All right, welcome to, I guess we can call this the debut episode or of the rebranded version of This or That. We're now calling this Shared Space. It's you and me. It's our show. A name that you came up with, actually. First off, I'm your host, Earnestly EJ Christian, alongside with my wife, my better half, my best friend.
I cannot take credit for the name of that.
You did come up with the name of it, though.
Yeah, but I didn't come up with it by myself.
Who told you the name?
Nobody. It was a list that Google gave me.
Oh. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I read you the whole list, and this was the name that you liked the most.
I thought you came up with it through other channels, and you just kind of, this is an idea.
I typed into Google like a whole thing about what we do and what we are, and it came up with a list of names, and this was the one that you liked the most.
So we've been doing This or That for the last month or so on the show, which is great. Been having a good time. People are absolutely enjoying that, and that's not going away for the record. But what we're doing is to not pigeonhole ourselves to just doing that, This or That. A shared space now gives us the opportunity to actually expand on things. Instead of just doing that, we can do other topics and other things to talk about. We're going to be able to review TV shows we love, and we could do this or that, whatever we want to call it. But it allows us now to have a larger space now, wider space now of topics now going forward. So we figured, take a little break for This or That this week. And I want to do a survey. We love doing surveys. We've done surveys a couple times actually on the show this year. And this survey is 10 questions that I cooked up here on social media. And it's labeled the Desert Island Debate. Okay. So we have 10 questions here. And by the way, you don't know the questions. You purposely said you wanted to come in this clean.
Yeah. I
so
want to know.
So we can answer this naturally and this fresh.
Yeah.
So 10 questions here. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's do it. First one. It's called the Time Machine Rule. If we can go back and see any musical act in their absolute prime, who are we seeing? And also, does that change if we have to take the kids, or is this a date night time travel trip?
I already know what your answer is.
Who? Actually, of my 3 acts I love the most in the world, there's only one I've never seen before.
Queen?
Yeah. So technically, Michael's still the answer because Michael, I didn't see this prime. I saw Michael Jackson.
I knew it was going to be Michael.
I saw Michael Jackson, but not in his prime.
Not in his
I saw
prime.
him at 2001. So yes, that interest Michael Jackson. I'd rather go see him in 1988 when my mom got to see him on the bad tour. However, excluding Michael, because it's unfair to keep using Michael as the example because it was the easy answer. Queen's my answer. Queen my easy answer. With Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I was thinking Queen too, but then I went even further back and thought the Beatles.
Really?
Yeah. But I also wouldn't have wanted to be at all the girls rushing to the stage.
You want to be one of those?
I would not want to be one of those.
I've been in those before with Michael, seeing him in his hotel. People come to his hotel and he arrives and people go nuts. Yeah. I wasn't one. Well, actually, I was one of those people actually chasing him around New York City.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, I saw the video a long time ago. So I get all that. It's crazy. I feel like the Beatles.
So I don't know if I even really want to, because if I could see them in their prime in the way that we see concerts now,
yeah, I
think that'd be one thing. But I wouldn't want to see them with all the girls rushing to the stage and screaming, and you can't even hear them from your, nosebleed seats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm including all of that sort of thing, Queen, I think, would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Rage Against the Machine, I think, would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Linkin Park,
I saw it in the prime, actually. Well, I guess 2004 is in
I think, would have been amazing.
I saw it in 2004. So that's when Meteora came out a year before that. So technically it's in their prime, I guess.
I would have loved to have seen System in their prime.
Yeah. System of a Down. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad choice. Metallica, I've seen 5 times. And I saw them in 1997. I don't think people consider that their prime, though. They were still really good. But people consider anywhere between Master Puppets, Justice for All, and the Black Album tours is their prime. So I missed them by 1 tour. So I would have to seen them during the Justice for All tour. First of all, with Puppets with Cliff before he died. And then Justice for All and even the Black Album in early 90s.
See, like 21 Pilots, I think we saw in their prime.
They're still in their prime now.
Yeah, like I think we saw them in their prime.
Yeah, they're in their prime now. We saw Incubus was their prime.
I don't know if they were in their...
No, I would say Make Yourself was more their prime area. Make Yourself, Morning for You area was from the prime.
We still saw them in their prime because they were still amazing and young.
No, of course. We
saw them, 19 years ago, something like that?
When you say prime, I think prime means like height of powers. Let me ask you this. Would our artists or selection of bands here change if we have to take our 2 kids? Probably not. For me, no.
Only one band I would not want to take the kids to see.
Which, Rage?
Would be Rage.
Because of the language and stuff?
Not just the language, but they're a more feisty crowd.
I'd take them to see all the bands. Although Metallica may not be as family friendly back then because they were cursing a lot more back then.
System.
So Metallica today's
family
friendly.
Take them to see System. Either.
Yeah, so that makes sense actually. Yeah. Yeah.
I would definitely take them to see Queen.
It's definitely, of course. It's definitely a date night. Definitely a date night, no matter what. So
yeah, I think most of the concerts that we would want to see are date night material.
Right, of course. I get it. All right, question number 2. The Hill to Die On. What is one unpopular opinion you have about a classic movie or TV show that you will defend until the end of time? I already know what's coming. I already know what you're going to say. Oh, never mind. Maybe you don't have any in mind, I guess.
You're gonna have to remind me. What am I forgetting?
I think it's something to do with Seinfeld.
Oh, Seinfeld is so stupid. I hate that show. It's not even funny. But I wasn't I don't. The thing is I so don't think about that show.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I get mad about something that's movie or TV show related, I think the one what is it called? The one.
Well, what
thing that I've been so mad about?
Okay.
What is it called? Oh, a tangent. Like
a tangent.
Like the
right.
one tangent I've gone on lately, especially, is Disney live action movies. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm so sick and tired of it. I can't stand a single one of them. The only live action movie that Disney has ever put out came out in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
I feel
I'm not
like
even sure which year, and that was 101 Dalmatians. Every single one they've put out since then has sucked, and I wish to God Disney would stop doing it. Stop.
Make money.
And now they're pissing me off even more because now they're taking Moana. Moana's not even that old. I don't need a live action Moana.
I feel like Disney.
You just put out Moana 2.
I feel like Disney and Marvel especially too.
No,
oversaturation.
Marvel is, yes, that's oversaturated, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that Disney is taking old animated movies and making them live action. You need to stop because the animated films are fine just the way that they are. You need to stop. Stop.
I'll tell you one unpopular opinion. I don't think that's necessarily unpopular. I'll say as much. Batman is the greatest comic book character in the history of comic books. And while it is on the while it is on the shittier brand of the two between them and Marvel, if I took all the characters of Marvel and all the characters of DC, and I'd say pick the greatest character of all time, that'd be Baby Batman under discussion.
That could be my unpopular opinion.
Which is what?
Is that Keaton is not the best Batman.
So that's not a bad one.
Because I don't think Keaton's the best.
Keaton's the best Batman. I don't think Keaton's the best Bruce Wayne.
Definitely not. He's neither. He is neither.
Michael Keaton. I agree with you on the Bruce Wayne part. I think, to be honest, I think Val Kilmer is the best Bruce Wayne.
He's the best combo.
I agree with that.
But our best Batman,
because you got to be debonair also too.
Our best Batman, in all honesty, I think is Christian Bale.
It might be.
But it's definitely not Keaton.
I think I say Keaton mainly because of nostalgic purposes.
I think it's nostalgic, but I do not think Keaton is the best Batman or Bruce Wayne.
So if you had to rank the actors that played the both, so George Clooney, Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, and Val Kilmer, how would you rank it? Best to worst?
Val Kilmer is the best both.
Okay.
The best
then after him is who?
Combo.
Christian Bale?
And then Christian Bale.
Then Michael Keaton.
I don't too much care for Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne.
George Clooney does not make sense for either.
George Clooney is just terrible.
I'm sorry.
He's terrible.
Great actor, just the wrong role.
Yeah, wrong role. Christian Bale for me isn't necessarily the look of Bruce Wayne that I would be expecting.
True.
But I think he does play a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he does. I think he pulls it off.
Yeah, but I think he's our best Batman.
I mean, I think Val is the best of both, but I think I'm still Michael Keaton, so whatever. You can whatever.
That's my unpopular.
On that one, okay. All right, question number 3, the talent swap. If you could instantly inherit one skill or talent that I possess, well, one of us, which one would it be and why? So I know my answer for yours. I don't know if we call it a talent necessarily, but you just don't have no problem speaking your mind in ways that I can't still. I've gotten better at that as I got older, but I'm still not fully there. You know how to balance being loyal, but also know that when someone is hurting you, it's something that's toxic. Goodbye. Scorched earth. I wish I could do that.
I think for you, it's your level of patience and tolerance. Because I become
impatient.
I am already. I have no patience.
You don't.
None at all. But you are also just so much more active, so much more tolerant of just the things that happen in our everyday life, the loud noises the boys make, like all these things that I just immediately become overstimulated by.
Yeah. I still get there, but it's a little more
and I think,
gradual.
Yeah, I think your patience and your tolerance and your ability to be content. I wish I could be content.
Yeah. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to some degree, I guess. But yeah, I wish I could be a little more decisive and direct and just call it a day and be okay with it. And stand on my principle and decisions I make. So yeah, it's good. All right, number 4, the grocery store test. This is a weird question actually, but follow me here. We are stuck on a deserted island. We get one aisle from the grocery store to be washed ashore. Which aisle are you picking for us to survive on?
The one with all the meat.
Yeah, I think it's common sense. Yeah, all the meat. You want all the protein in the world.
Protein, nutrients, everything.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. The only other one
we could build a fire.
The only other one I consider is probably the produce aisle. Because I'm not eating processed shit.
No.
I'm not eating the processed crap in the cereal aisle. I'm not eating the crap in. You might get the sushi stuff actually. To me,
I don't know. It would be fish.
Fish would fall to meat. So yes, there you go. I wouldn't get the stuff in
I don't know. That's actually a really good question because, like, if we're stuck on a deserted island, are we just like, have we given up on everything? Have we given up on people rescuing us? Are we just stuck there for the rest of our lives at this point?
We have each other,
right? But I'm saying, do we?
That's all I need.
Do we just live off all the shitty food?
I have you. That's all I need. I'm good.
But I'm saying, like, do we just live off all the shitty food, or do we like actually try to survive?
Try to survive. If you're eating protein, yes.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
If you're gonna try to die, then just eat like shit food in this diet.
I'm not saying like we just like try to die. I'm just saying that if we're never gonna get rescued from this deserted island, if people are not looking for us, if we are just there, are we trying to survive or are we just trying to enjoy our last days?
Yes. There's your answer. Yes. Well, we agree.
It depends on what's happening.
But we agree though that meat is the way to go. More meat. I agree. All right, number 5, the childhood artifact. What is one toy or item from your childhood that you wish you could still have today, that you still had today to show the kids?
That I wish I still had today, or that I do still have?
That you wish you had today that you can show the kids. I was thinking about that actually, though. I was thinking about showing the boys a console from back in the day, the original Nintendos, or the Ataris back in the day.
The Ataris.
How good they had it back then. A toy or item? It doesn't have to be a toy. Well, I would say VCR, but I already have it. They've already seen it for.
Good question.
Is there anything in the childhood that you remember like as a kid that you no?
I think maybe like a Walkman. Knowing our kids, because they love music so much.
Bingo. Cassette tape.
Yeah.
Cassette tape. I can't even say. I can't say vinyl because they know I have I collect vinyls now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
but no, but like your little like the Walkman that we used to have.
I agree. That's a perfect one because I can't say vinyl because I have vinyls now, collect them currently. They know DVDs, sort of. Okay. 8 tracks was before my time. So, by the time I was born, 8 tracks was getting phased out. So, because that's the only one. Right? Because that's the only one. So, cassettes, Walkman, same thing. I guess even Discman also would fall that
I think that would be my answer.
Did you own Discman back in the day?
Yes.
I used to scratch my shit up all the time, bro.
Oh
all the time.
You remember you used to, like, any small tap or anything would just make everything, like...
All right, question number 6. The first impression. What was the very first thing you thought about me when we met, and how long did it take for that thought to change? Oh, this is easy for me.
The very first thing I thought about you?
When we met, and how long did that take for you to change that thought to change?
You were an asshole.
And then how fast that changed?
It took a couple weeks.
Okay.
But I think that's because there was like a week. It was a week later when you had messaged me.
Yeah.
And then even then, I didn't answer to it because I was just like, this guy's a dick. I'm done. Like, what? And
thank you, Amanda. Thank you.
Yeah, it took me being at Amanda's house.
Thank you, Amanda.
For you to jump on Instant Messenger.
Yeah. It's funny.
And she had to give you my phone number. That was like...
You want to see a magic trick? It's Thursday. That's to this day. That's the definition of our relationship. 20 years later, you want to see a magic trick? Jeez. No, for me, mine's easy. For me is you were very shy when I met you, extremely shy, and that faded really fast after we got to know each other because you got very comfortable very quickly with me, and you went from very shy to very angry and very direct. So
yeah,
that took about the first week we're dating. You're already getting angry at me about things.
I really don't know how you stayed with me. I was
a
lot, but I was going through a lot.
Yeah,
there was a lot happening
trauma,
in my life.
Trauma.
And I was very young still.
I felt this need not to save you, but I felt this need to. Yeah, she's special. Let's just stick this out.
Yeah, but even after that,
and
I
think too, I think I always told this too. Also, I always told you this, and you get it. Every girl I dated before you, it felt like they didn't care. Like they were in it, but they didn't care. Like they weren't emotional. There's no emotions to it. Like they wouldn't push back. If I ask about what to eat tonight, they'll be like, I don't care, and let me dictate it. I'm like, no, I want pushback. And like with you, I got pushback, and I was impressed because the fact that of our age gap too. Also, it was 7 years apart. You were still not intimidated by how older I was. And one was a man child anyway, so I wasn't mature for a 26-year-old anyway. So, but the fact that you were very direct and was not intimidated by my age, yeah, and I like that. I like. I've always been attracted to strong women, and you fit that bill perfectly for me. So, yeah, and I knew I needed that in my life at that time. I need something strong and stable. So that's why. All right, number 7. What's that? Hold on, no. Oh, no, 7. The casting director. If they made a movie about our lives, which actors are playing us?
Cuba Gooding Jr. is playing you. Tina Fey is playing me.
Tina Fey. Interesting. Why Tina Fey?
That is the only celebrity that anyone has ever told me I look like with my glasses on.
Bullshit. I got into Topanga. I told you I got Topanga. Daniel Official. I told you that. I told you that years ago. Yeah.
No.
I've gotten Topanga. I have gotten Topanga from you years ago.
No.
Cuba Jr. is easy.
I do not look like.
That's my answer to Cuba Jr. No, Topanga is that's easy. Yeah, Cuba Jr. for me also too. I agree with that. I look like him.
Who's the other one? There was somebody else that you look
Muhammad
like
Ali. I got a lot of Muhammad Ali growing up. Growing up, I got a lot of Muhammad Ali. I got a lot of Charles Barkley too. Also growing up.
I could definitely see that.
Which by the way, one of my idols. Love Charles Barkley. So that's a compliment. I wish I had Charles Barkley's personality and his money.
Terrible.
Terrible. No, especially but especially his personality. Charles Barkley. Because Charles Barkley's like you in a lot of ways. Not only is he funny, he's direct.
Yeah.
He's transparent. He's authentic, and he's always been this way since his playing days.
Yeah.
So I love that's what I love about Charles Barkley. Yeah. All right, number 8. The guilty pleasure defense. What is a song? This is a good one. What is a song or artist you love that you usually turn down when we pull up to a red light?
Wait, what?
What is a song or artist you love that you usually turn down the volume when we pull up to red light so no one can hear it? It's a guilty pleasure. You want the one to know what it is? I have one song. And I revealed this actually on this song, actually, how much I love this song, on a previous This or That episode. You want to hear what the song is?
Sure.
90 Degrees. Give me just one night. There's also a few Backstreet Boys songs that I would turn down sometimes. Like, let me just disclaimer here. There's no music I play that I'm embarrassed to show people that a song I'll play. Okay, but in my past, when I care about people's feelings and how people thought about me, I would turn down certain songs from that era. Backstreet Boys songs, like the Call, for example, the song "The Call." I'm saying I'm sorry. Let me get a little worry. But now I just don't give a fuck. I'll play what I play what I want, bro. I'm a massive Madonna fan, massive. So
I don't.
There's no music that you embarrassed by?
I think so.
There you go. That's your answer. I agree with you. Now anyway. Like maybe 20 years ago.
I think maybe 20 years ago I might have turned down Papa Roach's Last Resort or
really?
Evanescence Tourniquet.
Embarrassed by that?
Not embarrassed, but more so that I didn't want people to be concerned that I was gonna harm myself. You know what I mean?
Oh, the emo thing. Like, oh, is she suicidal? I get that.
Sorry.
I get it. I get it.
Outside of that, I mean, I don't really have any guilty pleasures. I don't give a fuck what other people on the road think of me.
Exactly.
So if I'm jamming out, I'm jamming out.
Exactly. That's the point, man. That's exactly the point. So I'm with you. All right, number 9. I've got 2 more to go here. The perfect Saturday. If we had 24 hours with no responsibilities and an unlimited budget, what are the first 3 things we are doing?
Sushi.
I knew you were going to say sushi. I knew it. Sushi.
Sushi, New York, shopping.
Yeah. Flying to New York, eating food, and going to any event in the city.
Yeah.
It could be anything. It could be a sports game. It could be a Broadway show.
No,
it could be
sports game for you, Broadway show for me.
No, right. But I'm saying we go to. Want to go to Giants game with
me? No.
Why?
Not over a Broadway show.
No. I'm not saying choose one. I'm saying would you go to Giants game with me? Right.
I mean, in my ideal day, no.
Damn, that's mean.
I would go with you to see a Giants game. I will never go with you to see a Mets game. I can't do baseball. I don't.
Fine.
I don't like baseball.
Here's our compromise. Let's go to a Knicks versus Heat game there at the Garden, though.
Yeah, but even
we're Heat fans, though.
That's
at
not
the Garden.
That's not my ideal day.
I agree. That's my ideal day. So New York's right. Food is right. It's just what the events we do. But Broadway also, I'm a Broadway guy too also.
I think the only thing that we could really agree upon is going to see a really good concert in New York.
Of course. At the Garden?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I've done it before. The Garden's
I think
amazing.
that would be...
I've been to the Garden one time in my life to a concert. So, See
I
Michael.
think that would be the only thing that we could agree upon.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah. All right, finally, last question. Last one. The legacy question. Besides being great parents, what is one thing you want people to say about us as a couple 20 years from now? So, 25 years from now, I'll be... Jeez, oh my God, no.
Don't say it.
I'll be 20 years from... Dude, let me say right now. 20 years from now, Lauren, I'm going to be probably getting Social Security if they don't shift the fucking ages again. I think I'm getting close to Social Security at that point. I'll be 65, turn 66.
Mm-hmm.
That scares the fuck out of me, bro. It really does. It really does. So, outside great parents. So, yes, obviously great parents is easy. For me, it's in a world where couples come and go, in a world where, for whatever reason, some are just legitimate, some are not. Some are just justified, some are not. In my opinion, anyway. That we are the couple that still tries, that still thrives, and are real. We're just real. We don't live in this fucking fantasy world of like, oh, everything's great, yeah. No. There's a lot of warts and pelts in our relationship. We've got almost on divorce a few times, actually. We got almost separated a few times. That's come up many times over. You know, shit, we have had issues recently, you know, but we put a lot of work into this. And I take a lot of pride in that shit. And I don't give there's one episode we were talking about this, how we sounded braggy about something one time.
Yeah.
And I told you I don't give a fuck how I feel about that. I take more pride in that now because in a society now where divorces and breakups are such a high rate now, and like it's the norm, we still put our heads down and try to make it work because we are partners. And
I think I want to be one of those couples that like goes the distance, that you see in a restaurant or something and you ask them like, oh, how long have you guys been together? And they say, you know, so many years. Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, how did you, like, what's the secret? What's the secret to standing each other for that
There's
long?
no secret, dude.
Like, I think I want to be one of those couples.
Yeah. You know this. There was something I told you when we first started dating. I told you this. When I choose someone I want to be with the rest of my life, I envision that person, at the time it was 40 years from now. I was 20. Jesus. Oh, God. That shit's scary. Can I see myself retired with grandkids on a porch, reading a newspaper, sipping coffee, sipping tea, my kids' tea, and we're on the patio together, just talking, having a conversation in my late years. That's how I vision who I want to be with. And I always, you're the only person in my life that I ever saw a clear vision of. I can see myself with you on a patio, sipping some tea on a patio, reading newspaper. Well, newspaper will probably exist by the time we get to 20 years from now. Just whatever, just on a porch, just relaxing, reading, whatever it may be, and we're just having a conversation. That's you passed the patio test.
I passed the patio test.
Right.
The porch test.
Porch test, right? That's porch, right? Porch. That's how I envisioned myself growing old with someone, because I don't want to be the kind of person. I never want to be the kind of person that that's in and out of relationships. You know,
I am a very picky person.
I know you are.
I am picky in terms of who I allow in my space, who I allow in my life. I've gotten even pickier over the years.
You have to be. You have to be.
Because I like my peace. I like to protect my peace. And the people that are in my life know who they are. They know that they're in my life, and they know that they'll be there for a long time. If
you're in the center, like, and I know that's good, because I always told you have probably, and I think you appreciate you more now as you've gotten older. You have a very nice core of really close friends.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of them you've been in your life for 20, some 30 years, almost 30 years now. Yeah. And I've always told you, appreciate that. I have some friends I've known for 20 plus years and some even for 30 plus years that, and granted, I guess it's different for guys than for girls in terms of, like, you know, maintain the friendships in that way and talking every day. Guys don't do that. That's just what it is.
Well, I'm not quite at 30 years. I think Jackie is my longest
She's what?
Friendship.
She's what, 27, 28?
And that'll be 27 years.
But close enough, though. And you still got great friends now. I would argue probably better friends now than you were then.
No.
No?
We're still the same.
Oh, so same. Okay.
Yeah, it's been exactly the same as it was in middle school.
It's just consistent.
Now, like
it's consistent. Right.
Oh no, and now funny enough, I just spoke to another one of my friends that I've known since I was about 12.
Oh wow.
I spoke to her today.
Oh nice. Hi.
So I have a couple that are still.
That's awesome.
We've just kept in touch that it's.
I find myself wanting more quality or quantity when it comes to friends and family. Like quality in terms of like I'd rather invest in a smaller group of people who are good enough as opposed to just have many friends and like or perceived friends and then like they're not. You know what I'm saying? I find myself
have friends that life just kind of got in the way, and every once in a while we'll like check in with one another. Like my friend that I spoke to today, that's my friend Angie.
Oh, Angie, nice.
Yeah, she said she's been listening to our podcast and the podcast
really
we're doing with the boys.
That's awesome.
So, shout out to Angie.
Yeah,
and Jackie. But I have a couple of friends that are just life kind of happens, and every once in a blue moon we'll just be like, hey, thinking about you. I don't know. That's a good thing I think to have too, is that people that you can rely on that understand even when life gets in the way, that you're still there. You still love them. You're still there for them.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I think you appreciate it more as you get older. And, I always told you, like I said, you have the best. And that's, I think, getting back to the question, as a couple, like we model ourselves like, okay, so I think you and I agreed our favorite TV couple of all time is Turk and Carla from Scrubs.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're doing the show, and the show just came back.
Outside of Corey and Topanga.
Right. True. That's a good point.
And Monica and Chandler.
Bingo. Because fuck Ross and Rachel. Seriously. But
I think we relate more to.
Well, the dynamics are very similar.
Turk and
Carla. And the show just came back recently. We're going to do an episode about the return of the show at some point. They're still the same. Starting the show for 17 years later, with 4 kids and adults now and whatnot. And I want people to look at us as that, they're that stability. They're a stable couple. They go through it all. They're not a fake couple. They're real. They wear the warts on the sleeve, but they're a real couple, and they persevered. And that's what I want people to remember us by 20 years from now. So, anyway, that is the now first official episode of Shared Space with me and my wife, Lauren. Babe, thanks so much for doing this survey. We do another survey to do. That's
okay.
So good job as always, man. That's great. Great job.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.